for a lot of us, it's easy to forgive, and a lot of people also have that issue with like resentment and keeping it bottled in and not forgiving. And the same goes with them being able to forgive themselves. A lot of folks don't understand the concept of forgiving yourself, and a lot of us, including me, like thought that you would forgive yourself by just saying, it's okay, you messed up, that's all right. And that's almost like just tolerating it. It almost felt like really I was just like tolerating all the things that I did. Some things that I would forgive myself for, that I have forgiven myself for, are things that I did consciously. Like, it wasn't right, but you did it anyways. And those are tough. And as you mature, they become more shameful and embarrassing. Like you shake your head, like you even cringe at thinking about like, that's right. And you could even remember the thought process of like, I was giggle about that. I would laugh about that. I was so immature and so lost. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. How can I have done that? That's so wrong. And you just shake your head, and that part right there, the part where you shake your head and you want to tolerate it, put it behind you, just forget about it. And that's not forgiving. I found out that that's really not forgiving. It's this one moment. I remember I was cutting my hair. I cut my own hair. As a matter of fact, I just cut it yesterday. When I listened to some of my mentors, or some good videos. I have a few videos that I have on my like folder here on YouTube that are just my go-to. There's this one video I always watch. There's two videos that I watch typically when I cut my hair, one more than the other. And one of them is about forgiveness. And this guy, I remember he doesn't post that much. I wish he would. He had a lengthy video in regards to forgiving others and forgiving yourself. And the way he explained it was just eye-opening. And at the same time, it brought a lot of relief to me. And like, oh my gosh, like that's right. And hopefully I could pass on, which is the whole point of these videos, really, is just to pass on the wisdom. I learn it, I apply it, something great happens, and pass it on to someone else, you. I think that's what we should all be doing. Like, if you're listening to something and it triggers and it hits and you have that like eye-opening moment of, oh shit, as simple as, I'm gonna try that right now. Like, well, okay, go share your interpretation of what you just learned, because the way you spit it is gonna be different than that person spit it to you. See what happens, we find relatability in these things, whether it's the way the person looks, how he talks, where he's at, his surroundings, his accessories, the tone of his voice, the features of his face, or just something. We find something relatable, something that attracts us, something that the cool factor. Kind of like when you see people physically, like at a new job or a new place where you're kind of going, like, you've said it before, man, that seems like a cool dude. Why? Probably the way he dresses. You rock with something that he has. You have familiar taste, maybe something that he's eating or drinking or having. So even someone with a dog. What if you find coolness right away? If you're a dog lover, like, especially if they have the same breed dog as you do. Some lady right here with the corgi, burnt toast. I connect with that. She's cool, just for the simple fact that she has a corgi. So do we. So that's your job. If this video like that clicks something like, hey, that's right, turn on your camera, record something, post it. Do you have any questions about that? Hit me up. But anyways, that's what I'm doing here. So forgiveness, staying on topic here. When he said it this way, when he said everybody does their best with the experiences that they've had and the information that they got, that's like whatever it is that they're doing, which is up for discussion, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether his age, whatever you could come up to justify it, whether it's for self or someone else. Everyone's doing their best with the experiences and information that they've gathered up to that point. And when I heard that, I visualized the younger me, taking it all the way back, probably like 4th, 5th, 3rd even grade. And then I just kind of went like, in phases, like every 5 to 10 years of my phases, my childhood, my preteen and teens, my 20s and my 30s, and kind of like everything that I could remember that I did that I regret, that I have, that it's like shame or guilt, regret. I was like, that young dude, that younger version of me, that young cat, he was doing his best with the information and experiences that he had at the time. A lot of the stuff, it doesn't justify many things that I still think some of those things that I did, all of those things that I did are still embarrassing or still shameful. I still regret doing them. But there's a different level of, bro, you thought that was okay because of the information and experiences that you had gone through, that you had gathered in your life so far. That moment was that moment of forgiveness. Like, in other words, it was like comparable, not exactly, but comparable to like you didn't know any better, according to your experiences and the information that you had gathered so far. That's what I'm saying. It's not exactly a perfect way of saying you didn't know better, because I knew better. I knew that a lot of the stuff I shouldn't been doing, but I did it anyways. But what part didn't I know? I didn't know that I was ignoring my conscience and I was listening to my ego. I didn't know that yet. I didn't know that then. I just recently knew that. You think, 16, 15, 14, 13, 22,